Namaste. So many people have asked the question how to win over anger or how to control anger. Okay, let's discuss about that. Now, anger is an emotion in you. Anger belongs to lower mind. Anger is an attribute of your mind. Anger does damage to you, to your aura, to your chakras, to your health, to your heart also. We think with our anger we can create damage in others. Yes, it creates damage in others, in you, and to the universe or the cosmos, to the environment. Now, anger is there in you. It may be there in your DNA. It may be coming from your past life. It might have become an tendency in you. It would have come from your parents, your pitrus, past life samskaras. More the ego, more the anger. So recently one sadhak said, I got very angry and I fought with my tenant and my heart is very heavy. Obviously, with your anger, your chakras get punctured, spoiled. Negativity is generated, created, and stored in you when you act in anger. So empty yourself. Get rid of this anger. Go beyond the mind. Go beyond the anger. I have seen many spiritual sadhaks who had intense anger in them and they transformed into love, compassion, devotion, bhakti, and even enlightenment. So, anger and love, anger and compassion, they are the two faces of a same coin. So you have compassion, then there's no anger. You have anger, then there is no compassion. Right? So you need to understand this. If you go to more towards anger in your thoughts, in your reactions, in your speech, in the way you feel, in the way you act, then anger will increase. If you go towards compassion in your thoughts, in the way you think, in the way you feel, then in the way you express, then you go towards love. The love should be unconditional, okay? So, if you're very much aware, then you go towards love. Spirituality is about awareness. If you are less aware, less conscious, then you go towards anger, the hell within you. So, choice is yours. Now, again, awareness means you need to have very high energy level to even be aware. So, to have higher energy levels, to increase your awareness, your consciousness, everyday sadhana is needed. Everyday introspection is needed. Okay. Contemplation is needed day and night. Okay. So, a person from outside, he may irritate you, he may trigger you, etc. But whether to get angry or not to get angry, the choice is with you. It can become a strong rooted habit if you're not aware and if you're not doing anything about eradicating that anger from its roots. Okay, now we will discuss how to dissolve it, how to overcome it. But you should become like Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was totally empty from inside. He was so empty like a flute. But he used to express all the emotions. Shiva, Durga. Shiva, we have seen the Shanta Swarupa, the meditative Shiva, the Shiva giving Gnan, the Shiva giving spiritual secrets to Parvati, the Shiva also showing the Raudra avatar. Sometimes we need to respond in firm way. You can show a bit of anger, not very intense, but internally you should not feel negative, especially while disciplining your kids, or when someone is doing something wrong to you, or like repeatedly they are doing wrong. Okay, one time you can forgive, you can tolerate, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, at least 10th time, you need to say stop, and there you need to respond in a very firm way. You can act, but internally you should be empty and at peace. Okay, now first step is please accept that you have anger. Acceptance itself will make you to go to the source of that energy, the anger energy. So acceptance is very, very important. Yes, I have that angry energy. For some people, the anger may be 90%, for some it is 20, for some it is 50, etc. Because of the external environment they are grown up, also due to the internal environment which comes from birth. So first is accept that you have anger. Second is introspect. Because all these negative emotions of anger, fear, hatred, the root causes ego, the I, the self identity, the I, the small I, which separates you from the bigger I, which separates you from the soul and the divine. So, introspect at least twice a day. Before waking up and before going to bed, sit and introspect. Do a short prayer. Do the beginning kriyas given by us, and then ask yourself, who is getting angry? Why this anger? From where it is coming? Okay. Today I reacted with anger in this situation with this person. Was it right? What damage it caused? How could I responded to the same situation, to the same person in a peaceful way, in a calmer way? Why this anger? From whom it is coming? From where it is coming? Then you'll come to know the anger is coming because of I, the ego. Then question, who am I? Who is this ego? If you do this, the ego will start to dissolve. Do this repeatedly. Then the anger starts to dissolve. After a few days, few weeks, few months, you will see that you don't react only, you don't have that anger. You are so empty. And you realize that you have stopped reacting, but you have started to respond. But efforts are needed. Even to pass an examination, efforts are needed. You yourself tell your child, study well, put efforts, then only you'll pass exams. You yourself, as a boss, you'll tell to your employees, work hard, then only will get profit. Right? Every day, 5 minutes to 15 minutes, morning and evening, this technique will help. Then, after doing introspection, feel the presence of love in you, invoke it, imagine it, intend, and spread it, expand it. Because love and peace dissolves anger day by day, bit by bit. Love, peace, the divine energy, the right wisdom dissolves the anger. So, first is acceptance, second is introspection, third is love. Fourth is with your meditations and introspections and your regular sadhana, your awareness, your energy levels, your consciousness will rise. So, the events may be same, the people may be same, but your response will be different. Your reactions will reduce. Reactions always comes from the mind. Response always comes from awareness and soul. So your response will become better. And then anger energy will reduce, neutralize, and further it is not generated because you have stopped the reaction. Sometimes this anger, no, you're having anger on your spouse. Unfortunately, this anger in your day to day activity, you will be showing it on your colleagues. So, anger really spoils your relationships, your job, your finance, your mental peace, and your health and your relationships. Anger is quality of your mind. So, practice unconditional love. When you have too much of expectations from others, and when that expectations are not met, your ego is beaten, anger comes out. If you have that in you, if you don't have that in you, then you'll accept. So acceptance is very, very important. So accept, so that you don't get influenced by the anger, the ego, or go beyond your mind and ego, so that acceptance becomes easier to you. Too many desires causes disappointments. Unspecific, unrealistic desires, unrealistic expectations will cause disappointments and frustrations and anger in you. So regulate your desires. Know your true worth. So be honest. I have seen many adults, many sadhaks telling lies on the face, and I can catch the lies. A person who lies a lot is away from the truth. A person who lies a lot is away from the God. He, by lying, is himself distancing away from the spirit, the soul, and the God, and the Sadguru. So, how to deal with anger? First, accept, introspect, practice expanding and spreading of love. Okay. Then again, acceptance of the situation and people as they are. First is acceptance of the anger in you, then is acceptance of the situation and the people as they are, as it is. Reduce or nullify your desires, your expectations. Instead of nullifying the desire, which is not possible for many, at least regulate the desires. Be very specific and realistic about your desires. If I have too much of expectations from my spouse, and if the spouse is not fulfilling it, then I will definitely get angry on the spouse. I'll be filled with anger, and day by day it is going to increase only. So stop controlling others. Okay, so be very gentle, be very flexible. Okay, so surrender. Okay, I think a person who meditates slowly with time, with long hours of meditation, the anger will definitely dissolve. So transmute the anger with unconditional love, with your awareness, with compassion. Yeah, the final point is compassion. Why I get angry? When things doesn't go according to my whims and fancies, I get angry. So there I need to be compassionate. Imagine that I need to take a bus at 4 p.m. I have an appointment at 5, but the driver comes at 4:10. So it's very much natural for many, especially for anger prone people, to get angry. But there, you need to have compassion. Just for 1 minute, think, become aware. Okay, maybe the driver had to have his food, or he got an emergency call, or he might have got stuck in the traffic, or some delay would have happened. So he himself is under the influences of many types of circumstances, inside, outside. So the bus got delayed. So if I, for some moment, control, breathe deeply, and practice compassion, then anger will take a back seat, and one fine day, From an angry person, you get transformed into a compassionate being. It doesn't mean that a lot of spiritual people they become doormat. So you need to have wisdom. You need to have wisdom. You should not be used by people like a doormat. See, the general tendencies of people at home and in the outside world is you give them a thumb or a finger, they will swallow your palm. You give them a palm, they'll swallow your entire hand. You give an hand, they'll swallow your body. So you need to be aware. You need to be firm. There's no need to be good to everyone, that need to be very good, dovey, lovey to all is also a ego. There's nothing called good and bad. Don't go beyond this judgment of good and bad. You should know how to respond in a given situation and with a person. Response with awareness, response with love, respond with compassion, respond with acceptance. Okay, so always practice response or responding, which comes with awareness, which comes with good high energy levels, which comes with sadhana, acceptance of that you have that negativity and introspection. So practice compassion, respond with compassion. Where there is compassion, where there is awareness, where there is unconditional love, where there is acceptance, where there is specific desires and realistic desires, where you live with zero expectations from the event, people, etc., from yourself also, then you will be a peaceful person. You will be a angerless, zero anger person. You will be a person with lots of love, etc. Thank you. Namaste.